The action sequences are incredible, as one would expect from John Woo. But what really stood out was that the quiet scenes and the character moments resonate just as well. The first half is just as gripping as the when the action pops off. So, what really stood out about working with John Woo? Because this really shows his range.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great honor. Like, many of us who love film. I was a big John Woo fan, and I know that the impact that he's had for many many years, and so to get this opportunity of working, especially in this kind of role where when the story is like really your character's journey, the relationship with the director becomes very intimate, and you're really like every moment is important, and you're always in these conversations. And yeah, we were very, both John and I, were very focused on getting the emotional weight of the film, you know, to really get it to an emotional depth and an emotional honesty, so that you really, get the audience with you on board when the killing spree begins. But it was also we're really fortunate to have an actor like Catalina Moreno playing the wife, because we have a lot of those tough scenes together, and it's to have someone that has the ability to really go down there to those frequencies, it's crucial. It means everything. Um, I rewatched part of the film yesterday at the screening. I thought her performance was just off the chain, and
Yeah, she was great.
yeah, and no, and it was a great collaboration with John, um, and it was so cool to see how he used the sort of the opportunity that this film gives, because there's no dialogue, so there's no shooting coverage, the one person talking, one person listening. You don't need any of that, so he could just tell the story of the scene by designing one beautiful shot, and to see how he told the story with the camera, and he was so focused on capturing the emotion, and his sensibilities of telling the emotional story. It was very cool, and he would tell me something. It could be just, he doesn't talk that much, so he's very, uses his words sparsely, and then but he communicates like very clearly what he wants, and but he would also give a lot of freedom. He would, give an idea of what he wanted out from the scene, and then he would let me, take that and do that, and then he would either, design the shot around what I did, or he would come in with an idea of what the camera did, and then I would, perform within those boundaries. And it was a lot of back and forth in that way.
That's great. And my last question for you, everybody deals with grief differently. Your character, on his singular focus on seeking revenge, do you kind of view that as a form of strength, a weakness, or a combination of both?
I think it's a tragedy. I think the way to heal is by forgiveness, and I think that that's the only way that you can sort of reconnect with your humanity and your love, and that's what Godluck isn't able to do here. He just loses the light of his life, and his son, that is, he's never felt love like that before, and when losing him, he just completely loses hope that he's ever going to feel that again, and just loses his connection with love. That's how I see it, and then it leads him down this path that ultimately makes him a monster.